One of the things that I really enjoy doing is working at the study of angels. You know, people kind of look askance when you talk about angels as if you're kind of got fuzz in your head. But you know, Colossians 1:16 says, "By him were all things made, both visible and invisible." Angels are an invisible part of God's creation. It's no secret that almost all the Christmas songs are endlessly laced with the word angels. Angels we have heard on high, and it's endless if you would just check that out. And so one day we were talking to some of the people that we know well, and going around the circle, I asked the people, tell me an angel story. Tell me something that happened to you that you can't explain, that has no mathematical formula, that is not reasonable, and you can't figure out. Tell me about an angel story. And one of the ladies in the prayer team, she said, I have one. It's of my mother. And I said, well, Sue, what is it? And she said, years ago, my mother and family lived up in Northeast Texas. And in the wintertime, it kind of got cold up there, and sometimes it would snow a little bit, and the snow would freeze and you get ice. Not too many times, but on this particular occasion, it was a Wednesday night worship service, and the pastor and I had agreed to go to a nursing home in that particular area and have a service for the people. I would play the piano, or she said my mother would play the piano, and the pastor would have the message. And she said when it was all over, we came outside and we realized that the rain had turned to ice. And so she said, well, I'm going to drive home rather than to stay there and maybe wait till the ice stopped. But she said, I started driving home, and all of a sudden my car slid off the road, not into a deep embankment, but I couldn't drive it anymore. But I said, I'm only 3 blocks from home, so I'm gonna get out and walk. And she says, I began to walk home from that service that night with those people in the retirement village. I fell on the icy sidewalk, and I couldn't get up. I was all by myself. And she said, Lord, I don't know what to do. And just then, someone that I had never seen in that little town in Northeast Texas came from behind me, picked me up, and put me back on my feet. And he said, you need anything else? And I said, well, no. And just like that, she said he disappeared. I never saw him again. And she said, it reminds me of that passage in Hebrews chapter 13, where the Lord says, don't be neglecting and entertaining strangers, for in so doing, you sometimes entertain angels in disguise. She said, that man who picked me up was an angel sent by God. Look at the angels around you who help you in so many different ways.